everyone, welcome back to A Momentum Money. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because every Friday we're diving into real strategies for building wealth and creating financial momentum. Today, I'm going to share something that completely changed my financial life, and it's probably not what you're expecting. Everyone talks about the same assets when it comes to building wealth. Stocks, real estate, crypto, precious metals, and look, I'm not saying those are bad, I own some of those things. But the three assets that actually made me financially free, they're different. And honestly, they're way more accessible than most people think. These three assets generate consistent cash flow for me every single month. They compound in value over time, and the best part, you don't need a ton of money to start building them. You just need to understand what they are and commit to investing in them consistently. So let's get into it. Here are the three unconventional assets that changed everything for me. Asset number one is skills. And before you roll your eyes and think this is some motivational fluff, hear me out, because this is the most valuable asset I've ever built, and it's not even close. Here's what I mean. About 5 years ago, I was making about $50,000 a year. I was working hard, but I hit a ceiling. I wasn't going to magically start making twice as much doing the same things I was already doing. So I made a decision. I was going to invest seriously in developing high-income skills, not just getting better at my job. I'm talking about learning skills that the market actually pays premium rates for. I started with copywriting. Then I landed my first freelance client at $75 an hour. Within a year, I was charging $200 an hour for copywriting work. Then I learned digital marketing, invested another few hundred in courses and books. Started offering that as a service. That opened up even more income opportunities. Here's the thing about skills as an asset. Once you have them, nobody can take them away from you. The market crashes, your skills are still valuable. You lose your job, your skills can get you another one or let you work for yourself. Economic downturn, people with valuable skills always find opportunities. And unlike stocks or real estate, your skills compound differently. The better you get, the more you can charge. The more you can charge, the more income you generate, and that income lets you invest in other assets even faster. I've probably invested maybe $5,000 total in courses, books, and coaching over the years. But those skills have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in additional income. That's an insane return on investment that no stock or real estate deal has ever given me. The lesson? Your skills are your most liquid, most valuable asset. Invest in them relentlessly. Learn things that the market actually pays for. Copywriting, sales, marketing, coding, design, video editing, whatever. Pick one, master it, then add another. Asset number two is systems. And this one's huge because systems are what turn your time and skills into scalable income. Let me explain what I mean. When I first started freelancing, I was trading time for money. I'd work an hour, I'd get paid for that hour. Simple, but completely limited because there are only so many hours in a day. Then I started building systems. I documented every process I use for client work. I created templates for everything. Outreach emails, project proposals, deliverables, everything. I built a content creation system where I could batch record videos and schedule them weeks in advance. Then I started automating parts of my business. Email sequences that nurture leads automatically. Scheduling tools that let clients book calls without back and forth. Payment processing that happens without me touching it. These systems became an asset because they allowed me to generate more income without proportionally increasing my time investment. I could serve more clients in less time. I could create more content without burning out. I could scale. But here's where it gets really interesting. I started packaging my systems and selling them. Those templates I created, I turned them into digital products. My processes, I turned them into courses. My frameworks, I now license them to other freelancers. So the systems I built to run my own business became a separate income stream. That's the power of systems as an asset. They work for you and they can be monetized multiple ways. Think about it. McDonald's isn't successful because they make the best burgers. They're successful because they have the best system for making burgers consistently at scale. The system is the asset. The lesson: document everything you do. Create templates. build processes. Turn your knowledge into repeatable systems, because systems scale in a way that your individual effort never can. Asset number 3 is audience. And this is the one that most people completely overlook, but it's been absolutely game-changing for me. 5 years ago, I had zero online presence. No email list, no social media following, nothing. I was invisible. And that meant every time I wanted to sell something or find a client, I had to start from scratch. Cold outreach, networking events, hoping someone would give me a shot. Then I started building an audience. I began posting valuable content on LinkedIn, just helpful stuff related to my niche. No pitching, no selling, just genuinely useful information. At first, nothing happened. I'd post and get maybe 3 likes. It was discouraging, but I kept going, consistently, 3 times a week, no matter what. After about 6 months, something shifted. People started commenting, and then clients started coming to me instead of me having to chase them. Fast forward to today. I have about 12,000 people following me across different platforms. I have an email list of about 1,500 people, and that audience has become my most valuable business asset. When I launch a new digital product, I have people ready to buy it. When I open up spots for consulting, they fill up immediately. When I create content, it reaches thousands of people organically. I don't have to spend money on ads or waste time on cold outreach anymore. But here's the deeper value. An audience gives you leverage. It gives you distribution. It gives you feedback. It gives you opportunities that you'd never have access to otherwise. I've been invited to speak at events, collaborate with other creators, and work with dream clients, all because I had an audience. These opportunities have been worth tens of thousands of dollars, and they came from consistently showing up and providing value to people online. The lesson? Start building your audience today, pick one platform, commit to posting valuable content consistently. It doesn't matter if you have 10 followers or 10,000, just start, because an audience compounds over time, and it opens doors you can't even imagine right now. Now here's what makes these 3 assets different from traditional investments like stocks or real estate. First, you have complete control over them. The stock market can crash, real estate markets can tank, but your skills, your systems, and your audience, those are yours. You control them, you can improve them, you can leverage them however you want. Second, they have unlimited upside. A stock can only go up so much before it plateaus. A rental property has a cap on how much income it can generate, but skills? You can always get better and charge more. Systems? You can always optimize and scale them. Audience? It can grow indefinitely. Third, they're accessible regardless of your starting capital. You don't need thousands of dollars to start building these assets. You need time, focus, and consistency. That's it. I built all 3 of these assets while working a full-time job with limited extra money. I just made the decision to invest my time and any extra money I had into building these instead of buying stuff or going out all the time. Let me tell you how these 3 assets work together, because that's where the real magic happens. Your skills let you generate income and create value. Your systems let you scale that income without proportionally scaling your time. And your audience gives you distribution and consistent demand for whatever you're offering. For example, I use my copywriting skills to create a course teaching other people how to write high-converting copy. That's skills turning into a product. Then I built a system for marketing and delivering that course automatically. That's systems creating scalability. And that's audience providing distribution. One course launch made me $12,000. And it happened because these 3 assets work together. Skills, systems, audience. That's the formula. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one of these 3 assets and commit to building it over the next 90 days. If you're going to invest in skills, pick one high-income skill and go deep. Buy a course, practice every day, start applying it immediately. Don't dabble, master it. If you're gonna build systems, start documenting everything you do. Create templates, write down your processes. Look for ways to automate repetitive tasks. Turn your knowledge into frameworks. If you're going to build an audience, pick one platform and commit to posting valuable content 3 times a week minimum for the next 3 months. No excuses, just show up and provide value. You don't have to do all 3 at once. In fact, don't. Pick one, build momentum, then add the next. But here's the critical part. You have to actually invest in these assets. Time, energy, maybe some money for courses or tools. You can't just wish them into existence. They require intentional effort upfront. The difference between people who build financial